There's a place the maps forgot. A small island right in the middle of the Black Ridge River. Locals call it the Bend. Only a handful of families live there. They grow vegetables, raise ducks and chickens, and pray the river doesn't rise too high in monsoon. But among them lived one man. A man named Elias Carter. He lived alone. A small wooden house built from driftwood and rusted nails, standing on the muddy edge of the river. Next to his house stood an old hand pump well, and behind it, a massive tree so tall its branches touched the clouds. The villagers said no one should go near that tree after midnight, because it wasn't just a tree. It was home. Home to something not human. Life on the island. Elias was a quiet man. He fished, repaired nets, and sold eggs at the mainland market. Every night, he'd sit near the well with his lantern, listening to the water gurgle below. He said it made him feel less alone. But then, the animals began to disappear. At first, 1 or 2 hens, then 3, then his ducks. He found feathers scattered near the base of the tree. And once, just once, he saw a shadow crouching there, shaped almost like a man, but longer, thinner. And when the lantern light flickered, it was gone. The first night of fear. That night, Elias woke to a noise, a scratching coming from the old well. He got up, holding the lantern high. "Who's there?" he called out. But only the river answered, soft, endless, whispering. Then he heard it again, closer this time, like nails against wood. He leaned over the edge of the well. It was pitch black inside. And then, from deep below, a voice whispered, "Elias." He froze. "Elias, come closer." He stumbled back, tripping over the bucket rope. The lantern fell, glass shattering. And in that brief flash, he saw something inside the well. 2 eyes, reflecting like wet stones. He ran inside and locked the door. But the whisper didn't stop. All night, it echoed through the cracks in the walls. "Elias, they're hungry." The next morning, Elias went to the nearest house, an old couple named Martin and Rose. He told them what he heard. Martin's face went pale. He whispered, "You didn't answer, did you?" Elias shook his head. "Good," Martin said. "Never talk back. Never answer a voice that calls from the well. That's how they get in." "Who?" asked Elias. Rose crossed herself. "The Jinn," she said softly. "They live in that tree. The well's their door." Elias laughed nervously. You mean ghosts? No, Martin said. Older than ghosts. Spirits made of smokeless fire. They can twist the wind, change their shape. And once they choose a man, he didn't finish, but the way he looked at Elias said enough. The next few days were strange. Elias would wake up to find muddy footprints on his porch, too small for an adult, too large for a child. His chickens refused to come out of their coop. Even the river felt different, still, as if it was watching him. One night, he heard children laughing behind the tree, but there were no children on the island. He took his lantern and stepped closer. The laughter stopped. A breeze swept through the branches, and something cold brushed his neck. He turned. No one. Just the tree, and its shadow stretching like a long arm toward him. He ran back inside, bolting the door shut. Elias started to dream. Every night, the same dream. He was sitting near the well, and across from him sat a family. A man, a woman, and 3 children, all with black, empty eyes and smiles that never moved. They would whisper together in a language that didn't sound human. And then the father would turn to Elias and say, "You live on our land. You took our water. Now give us your home." He'd wake up gasping, drenched in sweat, the sounds of whispering still echoing in his ears. It started slowly. First, he found his tools moved around. Then his reflection in the mirror began to smile before he did. He stopped eating, stopped sleeping. Villagers said he looked pale, hollow-eyed. Martin tried to help him, bringing holy water and verses to read. But when he sprinkled the water near the tree, the wind suddenly howled, and the leaves twisted into faces. Martin dropped the bottle and ran. He never came back. That night, Elias heard footsteps circling his house. He looked through the window and saw 5 shadows standing under the tree. The same family from his dreams, the Jinn family. They were waiting. It was the 7th night. The moon was red. Elias sat by the well, holding his lantern, whispering to himself, "You want my house? Fine, take it." A gust of wind blew out the flame. The darkness was alive, moving, whispering, breathing. He felt something behind him, a hand, cold and wet, resting on his shoulder. Then a voice, right next to his ear. "Now you stay with us." The next morning, the villagers found his house empty. The door was opened, the well was full of feathers, and the water was black. A few weeks later, a new family moved into Elias's house. They said they liked the quiet. The husband repaired the roof, the wife planted flowers near the tree, and every night their little boy played near the old well. One evening, he ran inside and said, "Mom, there's a man in the well. He says his name's Elias." The mother laughed. "Don't be silly, sweetheart. Wells don't talk." But that night, when everyone was asleep, the boy heard a whisper outside his window. "Come closer. Elias misses you." Narrator says, "They say the bend is empty now. No one lives there anymore. Just the wind, the river, and that one old tree, still standing, still whispering. And if you listen carefully, when the night is quiet and the moon turns red, you might still hear them. The Jinn family, laughing softly beneath the branches, waiting for the next soul to call their name."